So hello everyone, my name is Márton Arvai. I work for MME BirdLife Hungary, and I am in charge of dealing with the PannonEagle Live project. The project duration is from 2016 to 2022, but we are aiming for a project extension. We have many partners from foreign countries, Slovakia, Austria, Serbia, the Pannonian region, especially because of the imperial eagle population, but also the project has a lot of activities facing against illegal poisoning and other persecution activities also. We also want to increase the stakeholder awareness among the gamekeepers, and we want to promote eagle-friendly game management methods, which are less harmful for predators and birds of prey. And of course, we want to increase the public awareness as much as possible to get this problem into the public. As you can see, here are the project countries and the project SPAs. So it is basically it is covering almost the entire range of the imperial eagle population of Europe. One of the most iconic and best known activities of this partnership is the specialized dog units. We have now 6 search dogs in Hungary, Czechia, and Slovakia. And also our Austrian partners are in cooperation with some volunteering organizations that they are also dealing with preventive surveys. There are several field searches according to the national protocol of each countries, and what is important to tell that these dogs are not only capable of smelling the carcasses, but also the most used poison types. So this is very handy when there is a police house search, and our project dog units were assisted several house searches already, where they were capable of finding the poison itself, and it is a really good evidence against the offenders. We also trying to build up a huge database on either the bird crime cases, but also so it is a general overview of what persecutions incidents are more common than the other, and of course it is also like really focused on birds, especially birds on prey. So it is really good that we now have a regional database for the Pannonian region. We also collect genetic samples that are really beneficial for several studies. Population viability analysis is carried out in a frame of the project, and these genetic these genetic tests are really helping a lot in this. We are also monitoring the breeding success of the imperial eagle in the Pannonian population. Now is still increasing well, for sure now exceeded the 400 pairs, and alone in Hungary there was in this year 130 successful breedings, so it is really good. And as an interesting fact. We had one nest with 4 chicks, which is really a good thing. And fortunately, all of these 4 chicks fledged successfully. So it is kind of a record for the Imperial Eagle. We also use GPS technologies to track the birds. The previously tagged Imperial Eagles are monitored throughout the year. If there's any persecution, suspicious case, we send a dog unit to the place, so it is possible to investigate these hotspots. This year we had a cooperation with our Serbian partners, and 2 Imperial Eagles were tagged in Serbia also, just to be known that currently there are 3 breeding pairs in Serbia, so it is like really a good coverage of the Serbian population. We carried out the annual eagle census for not only for eagles but for other bird of prey. As you can see here, that's the coverage of the not only PannonEagle partners, but also we had partners in the survey from Slovenia and Croatia also. We produce bird crime reports every year, and in 2021 there was unfortunately an increase in the number of casualties. As you can see, the poisoning cases are not increasing that much, but in this year we had like 3 big cases which boosted the numbers of the casualties. In March, for instance, we had a big poisoning case where a lot of bird of prey was poisoned. The poison baits that were used are quite interesting. So it was deer head and roe head. So it is showing some kind of hunting origin. The police investigation was first suspended. But fortunately, we just heard yesterday that the prosecution office made the police reopen this case, so it is still an ongoing case. We also had a very interesting story of a GPS tagged Cineros vulture, which was tagged by Green Balkans in Bulgaria, and unfortunately, the bird was shot in Hungary, in East Hungary. The offenders probably tried to throw the GPS tag to the river, but our dog unit went to the site and managed to find the tag. And we received the coordinates from the Bulgarian partners.
There seems to be a connection issue with Martin. At least I cannot hear him at the moment. Is this the same for you?
Yes, same for me, Andreas.
Yes. Okay. So I'd say we wait a few seconds.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, Martin, you were interrupted for some seconds.
Okay, so I go back. So yeah, I was just talking about this case of where the vulture was shot, and there is an ongoing investigation in relation to this case, and we heard that the local hunters already admitted that they were in contact with the bird and the tag. So we are really hopeful in that this case will be eventually a successful case. And one of the worst case of the year, we can say the worst case in Hungary ever happened, unfortunately, this year in the territory of hunting association again. As you can see on the map, that the red dots are the baits, and the yellow dots are the found raptors and other casualties. So you can see that it's it's like showing the boundary of the hunting association. So this case is also quite obvious. And it was a record number of marsh harriers that were poisoned. Also had some species that are not very common in among poison casualties. For instance, a Montagu harrier was poisoned, and the laboratory showed a record number of concentration of carbofuran in the bait. So was a really terrible case. But there was a large media fuss about this, that we sent out several press releases, and it came out as a really big scandal. Also, we managed to reach a really large portion of the Hungarian public. And now, in this week, we just heard that there was a law modification on animal cruelties that was based on the Tura case. So this case, so eventually we know that this is a terrible case, but on the side of communication and this we managed to reach a public in a way that we didn't manage in the previous years. So it is at least some good side in this case. And a good news from Czechia, from our Czech partner, that the first conviction occurred in Czechia, as it is really was based on the tremendous work that CSO put into this case. Klara Hluboká, who is leading the Czech dog unit, was also heavily involved in both the field investigation and the Kurt case, and the appellant Kurt confirmed the judgment. So there is a conviction against the poisoner who killed a white-tailed eagle and 2 ravens in Mechinov. So the man was given a suspended sentence, which is we know it's still not like a true prison sentence, but at least this is the first conviction case and the second conviction in the PannonEagle project, which is like we are really happy about that. And in the picture you can see the Czech dog unit, the 2 dogs, Vicky and Ibris. And yeah, thank you for your attention.